Hi everyone, my name is Carl O'Connor and I'm the Assistant Director for College Housing here at Brockport for Residential Life. And today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the on-campus living experience and really what we like to call it more than just a place to live. I like to start off with the mission statement of our office because I think it really explains what we do as an office and what we really provide students in the residence hall. Really, we're focused on student development and we collaborate on unique relationships with student and staff and provide an appropriate balance of challenge and support, community development, and a purposeful residential curriculum with holistic student education at its core. And I'm going to talk about that in a little bit. The residential experience, like I said, it's more than just a place to sleep, where we focus on community development and engagement, and that kind of starts sort of with our staffing model. At the top of that staffing model, there's about 6 of us that provide the strategic leadership to the office, and each provide a comprehensive area. So mine's housing, we have somebody specifically for the residential curriculum, and then our conduct coordinators who take care of off-campus and on-campus student behavior. After that, we have our resident directors. The resident directors are master's level professionals that live in the residence halls, and they provide support to students during the day and then after hours. So I'll talk about them in just a moment. And then after that's our resident assistants. Those are the student leadership positions we offer in the residence halls, and you'd be able to apply for that after your first year at Brockport. That we provide room and board and then some leadership opportunities. Like I said, it's a student leadership position. The resident assistants are more of a peer in the hallway. Talking about our learning outcomes a little bit, we really push students and try to make them holistic as possible when they're leaving Brockport. So we have learning outcomes for all of our classes of students, and that includes our first year students, our second year students, our juniors, and then our seniors. And as they progress throughout their years in the residence hall, there's different programs for those different classes. So for example, we still have the pizza parties and the movie nights and all the fun stuff in the res halls, but then we also have programs geared towards student development. So first year students, the programs are more geared towards transitioning to college, studying, maybe kind of being on your own in regards to laundry and cooking and kind of some of those programs. And then into the second, third, and fourth year programs may be wrapped around career development, resume building, job interview skills. Just recently we paired up with Career Services and provided a resume building night where folks came into the residence halls and looked at resumes and provided feedback and really helped students shape their experience and brought that right into the residence halls so students didn't have to leave the res halls for that. Just like to show a couple pictures of some programs we have on campus, a wide variety. Really, we try to connect with our alumni and bring them back so they can explain about some of the stuff they've been doing in the real world with their degrees. Recently, our living learning communities, which I'll talk about at the end of this presentation briefly, had a teacher forum night where they had teachers from the surrounding area come in and really from across the state, from Buffalo to Syracuse, excuse me, and talk about what it's like out in the teaching world, what they're doing, how they're making it in their time at Brockport, and how it shaped their future career goals. Some fast facts about living on campus: we house about 2,600 students, and they're housed by population. So first year students are housed with first year students, transfers and returning students are housed together. And then our community areas can include kitchens, laundry room, and I try to make us plug that that's included, so it's included in the price. No need to fill a card, no need to bring rolls of quarters. That's all included in the price. We have TV lounges, study lounges, Nintendo Wii's, and social recreational space. We have special housing options, which include 15 first-year living learning communities. We'll talk about those in just a moment. We have extended housing options, so if you're not able to go home during the breaks, we offer housing from August until May. The residence halls and the College of Brockport are smoke-free, and then all freshman residence halls are substance and alcohol-free. Going back to those staffing model that I talked about, the hall directors, we have about a 1 to 160 professional staff to student ratio. At some larger institutions, that could be anywhere from 1 to 160 to 1 to 400. Our resident assistant to student ratio, that's that student peer position on campus, that's about 1 to 36. So for every 36 residents, we have 1 resident assistant, and that's that student leadership position. I like to show the two types of housing we have for incoming first-year students and for transfers. The first style is your traditional double-loaded corridor-style room. It's a bed, two beds, two dressers, two desks, two chairs, two closets. Where it connects into a corridor, and there's a community-type bathroom where you would share a bathroom with about 32 of the same gender. Obviously, it's multiple showers, multiple toilet stalls, multiple sinks. The next style is the four-person suite style. That's two bedrooms, a common or two beds, a common area, two other beds, so 4 people total, and a common bathroom for the 4 of you. Really, the biggest difference between the corridor style, this style, and the four-person suite style is the bathroom. In the corridor style, our facilities folks take care of cleaning a community-type bathroom, and in this one, in the four-person suite, students are responsible for cleaning their own bathrooms. It's really personal preference on what you would enjoy. We have about half and half of each, so it really allows you what style you would like to live in. I like to include the campus map on the presentation just because it kind of really shows how Brockport and the res halls are, and the academic spaces are all really intertwined. All the buildings in white are residence halls, and all the buildings in black are student service buildings. So they are some of the academic spaces, the College Union, Hazen Hall, which is the health center, Brown, which is office space, Tower Fine Arts, which is where the theater majors, where they would be. The two dining halls on campus are Brockway, which is pretty much to your bottom right corner, and then Harrison, which is all the way to the left. Those are the two dining halls on campus. Again, I like to show this map just to show how tightly connected the residence halls are with some of the academic and student service space. One of the most important slides on this presentation is the housing sign-up process. So housing is assigned by application date, and then once you pay your deposit, 24 hours after that, you have access to our online housing application, and you can edit that application up until July 13th, and I'll explain in a minute why we wait so long. Because we'll have a big incoming class, there's no changes once you receive your assignment. And then at the Facebook group, Bport Campus Roommate Classifieds for 14-15 is a good way to reach out and meet some students. I also know the college created a class of 2018 page where you can go and connect with students. Summer orientation is a great way to meet a roommate, but I'm also going to say that maybe you ask some of those deeper questions when you meet somebody at orientation. Essentially, you're only staying with them for one night. Maybe ask some of the deeper questions. What are your study habits? What are your sleep habits? Do we have the same policies on guests? Just to make sure you are a good fit and good roommate compatibility. But like I said, step one would be pay that $100 housing deposit. You can pay that at the same time you pay your academic deposit. A business day later, you can access the housing application through Residential Life website, which is brockport.edu/reslife. I'll also show at the end of this slide. Step 3, you choose your preferences. Our online housing application is like a bigmatch.com. We're going to ask a lot of personal questions or questions in regards to sleep habits, study habits, music preference, just to kind of match you if you do go with a random roommate. You have an ability to choose your roommates or suite mates until July 13th, and then notification of your housing assignment will be sent through your Brockport email address in early August. And I emphasize Brockport because that's the official way our office will communicate with you. So once you're accepted, you've paid your deposits, set up your Brockport email address. That's the way we will officially reach out to you. Again, I wait till July 13th, the application out that long, because that allows you to come to orientation, ask some questions, possibly meet some folks, and it gives you a good opportunity to go back and edit that application based on some preferences. And you'll learn some more about our living learning communities when you come to orientation. We do have a second-year residency requirement, so first-year students are required to live on campus for 2 consecutive years. We did some research a couple years ago and noticed that the longer students live on campus, they'll persist to graduation quicker, and the only thing that would change that is if they commuted from home. So living on campus pushes students to graduate on time and have higher GPAs. Welcome week and move in. Once you get your assignment, you get your roommate, your suite mate information, contact to make sure you don't you're not bringing duplicates of everything. That would be your TVs, couches, and anything like that. Pack everything in labeled boxes. Our move-in crew will help you unload your car and bring things to your room. So really, you just pack your stuff at home, show up, check into your residence hall. Our folks come out and help you unload the car and take stuff to the room. You are responsible for unpacking everything, but we get everything to the room for you. Just make sure you check out our policies before you get here, just so you're aware of any fire safety and the alcohol policy. And then check our website for updates as Welcome Week gets closer. And then, like I said, go straight to your residence hall for check-in. If you don't get a chance, or if you get a chance, check out the virtual tour, brockport.edu/tour. You can actually go into a res hall room, look around, move the camera around. It's a good, fun, interactive way to check out the residence hall spaces. Here are some of our living learning communities. Living learning communities is actually a part of the process. It's in the housing application, whether you're interested or not. So if you're not, you just click no. But if you are, we strongly encourage you to apply for a living learning community. There's two types of living learning communities: ones that are academic based, and then ones that are interest based. So for example, on the left-hand side of the screen, middle of the row, Teachers of Tomorrow would be an academic centered living learning community. So teacher intents would essentially want to live in Teachers of Tomorrow. If you look on the right side of your screen, middle row again, nursing intent would be another academic centered LLC to live in. So faculty from the nursing program or the teaching program come in and do programs specific to that major. An interest-based one would be leadership and community service. Again, that's on your left-hand side, middle row, right next to Teachers of Tomorrow. Leadership community service is more for students that are interested in giving back to the community and also want to take an active part in our leadership development program. Again, we have 15 first-year living learning communities that you can choose from, and then we have some. If you have no idea what you want to do yet, we have academic exploration, and the point of that is to help you progress through and try to figure out a major by the end of your first year, if not the end of your first semester. Just kind of highlight two new LLCs for fall of 14. One is Perspectives on Humanity, and as you see, encouraged to apply are more of the liberal arts, so anthropology, English, history, modern languages and cultures, philosophy, political science, international studies, sociology, women and gender studies. And then another one is Law and Civility. Criminal justice, political science, international studies, and social work would be encouraged to apply for that one. Again, this is all in the application process. Living learning communities have some awesome benefits, and I need to preface it with they're absolutely free. You are living with other students, non-LLC and LLC students alike, and that you're not paying anything extra. One of the perks and nice things about the living learning communities is the field trips. So for example, one of the living learning communities I didn't highlight was mathematics and physical sciences. I'm not a math or science person, so bear with me, but I know they went to a laser quest in Buffalo with some faculty members and talked about the physics of the actual the lasers, and I got to play Laser Quest while also doing some sort of math experiment with the laser guns. So the unique field trips really are huge components of living learning communities, but also with that is the transportation is also included. So you don't need a car to go to these field trips. Actually, you are required to ride the bus. We provided the transportation to the event, participate in the event, ride in the bus back to campus. You are housed with students who share similar interests, passions, and challenges, which obviously create convenient natural study groups, especially for a lot of the classes you're going to be in. We have a dedicated LLC and residential tutor. This is a student that comes into the residence halls. He's working on his student that is working on their master's. They come into the residence hall and provide tutoring within the residence halls. Again, to apply, you would it's part of your actual application. Again, you can email llc@brockport.edu if you have any questions about LLC specifics. Quotes from current LLC students. Really, we went out and reached out to some students and asked them what they liked about the LLCs and what they have provided them. And then the LLC has given me friends that I will probably keep for the rest of my life, and has made the transition from high school to college easier. I need to emphasize we did not ask them to write anything specifically. We just said, talk about your LLC experience. Due to the people I've met through the LLC, several phenomenal opportunities have presented themselves. Dan, who's an athletic training major for class of 16. And then one of the best decisions I made in regards to my college experience, every incoming Brockport freshman should consider joining an LLC. Val, who's a psychology major, class of 15. So the LLCs really provide that enrichment outside the classroom and really expand the outside of the classroom learning, and really take it to a next step. Again, the convenient study groups, I keep emphasizing that it's free, it's included in the price. The LLCs are really a great addition to a resume, especially some of the programming they do and how connected it can get you with the major. The one I want to just emphasize real quick, and I'll go back, I know there are some students that are direct admits into the nursing program. If you are a direct admit into the nursing program, we ask you not to apply for nursing intent, as that will be to get prepped for the program. We ask you actually to apply for future health professionals. That's the only caveat to that one. Honors students, we have a housing community just for you as well, the Honors Community and Honors House. The thing with Honors House is, or with being an honors student, you have to apply for an LLC. If you don't apply for one of them, we will place you automatically in the Honors House LLC as part of the stipulation of being in the program. I'm going to give this time some questions, anything about residential life, about housing. We'll give it a couple seconds here, a couple minutes for some questions to roll in, and if you have any questions about on-campus living, about our living learning communities. Great question. One of the questions that just popped up is orientations. The last session is either the 9th and 10th or 10th and 11th of July. Again, that's why we wait so long for the housing application, so you can come to orientation, ask questions about LLCs, possibly meet a roommate, and kind of have a good housing application process. And if you don't have a roommate or suite mate, again, you would be assigned a random roommate. The random roommate has a stigma, I know. I came to Brockport many years ago at this point and had a random roommate, and it actually worked out perfectly. We have a lot of things in place. If things aren't going well, we have something called an eagle-to-eagle contract. So all first-year students on their first day here with their roommate, whether they know them or not, we ask them to fill out this agreement. It's like a working document. So if there are issues with the room or suite, we go back to this document. It's more of a conversation piece. Any other questions? Question about meal plans. I can answer this question to the best of my ability, but I'm not a meal plan person. Mine's more housing. But all first-year students are defaulted the unlimited plan. So there's two options for first-year students: the unlimited plan or the two-a-day plan. Really, the unlimited plan allows you to go into the residential dining facilities at 8 a.m. and get a cup of coffee. Go back at 10, get a sandwich. Go back at 11 and get a dessert. You go back at 1 and get another sandwich. It really allows you continuously throughout the whole day to go in and out of the dining halls as much as you would like. The two-a-day plan, the meals are broken into 3 chunks. So breakfast, lunch, dinner. The two-a-day allows you to go to any 2 of those 3 meal times throughout the day, but you can only go in once. You can't go back until the next meal time starts. For the price difference, looking at the price, it's a little bit more for the unlimited plan, but in my personal opinion, it gives you a broader option of variety allowed to eat. Times to eat and number of times to eat, especially if you have a hectic schedule, it allows you to really be tactful and go in as many times as you'd like to eat throughout the day. Again, if you're just running to class, grab a cup of coffee, come back from class, grab some eggs, go back in the afternoon, get a sandwich, etc. Really, the possibilities are endless. Any other questions? Okay, I left our contact information up here if you'd like to contact us further and ask any questions. My name is Carl O'Connor. Again, I'm the Assistant Director for College Housing. I just wanted to give you a brief overview of on-campus housing. And I believe at our booth there are also some links to our website and then some links to our to some of our information with more specifics about some on-campus living. Thanks for joining us and have a great night.